Hello, what's up? Ali here and welcome back to our corner. On this video, we are going to discuss everything you need to know about the latest jailbreak or the PPPwn exploit. This is for our new gamers who wants to know more about their PS4, about their limitations and features, and also for those who want to explore the world of the jailbroken PS4, and also for those who simply has a lot of questions regarding the jailbreak itself. So let us start with the support of this new exploit. The highest firmware supported is still 11.0. So if you are on 9.03, anywhere to 11.0, you will be able to jailbreak your PS4 using the GoldHEN. But unfortunately, the GoldHEN only supports this current firmware, 9.60, 10.0, 10.01, and 11.0. So if you are anywhere between 9.03 to 11.0, we have to update to those firmwares so that we can jailbreak and use GoldHEN. So let us also provide what is GoldHEN. GoldHEN is our key to the jailbreak. So even if we activate our jailbreak and we cannot upload or we cannot load the GoldHEN, we won't be able to install application or simply take advantage of the jailbreak. So if we want to fully jailbreak our PS4, we have to update to the supported firmware to be able to fully utilize the jailbreak. Though there is an alternative for GoldHEN, which is the VTXHEN, but unfortunately, I haven't had any time to explore this yet. So unfortunately, I won't be able to provide any information for now. If we ever had the chance, we will go ahead and provide more information about this. And hopefully, this can help other players who are not capable of updating to a supported firmware. Because basically, this alternative for GoldHEN will allow us to use some features of the jailbreak. But unfortunately, we won't be able to provide more information for that on this video. Next, let us go ahead and answer. Do we have to update or should we wait for a support on our current firmware? Well, for that, since there has been some discoveries regarding some models of the PS4 that are having some compatibility issue with the latest exploit, depending on their current firmware, I would strongly recommend to check this compatibility list first before you decide should I update or should I wait. Because there are some models that can only use on some lower versions, and there are some models that can only use the GoldHEN on a higher version. You will find the link on our description for a video that we discuss the compatibility of different PS4 models. So please go ahead and check that video first. Then you can go ahead and decide should I wait or should I update so that I can jailbreak my PS4. But if you are on a situation where you can't update your PS4, unfortunately, we only have to wait. Now, what if I am on the previous jailbreak, say for example 9.0 and below? Do I need to update to 11.0? Well, that is one thing that you should hold yourself for now. Don't update yet. Anything that you can do on the PPPwn can be done on 9.0, but with a better stability and less hassle or issues. So if you are on 9.0, stay where you are. Don't update. If you want this automatic jailbreak that this new exploit provides, you can still go ahead and use RPI or Lockfox Pico so that you can automatically activate your jailbreak. But personally, I would still recommend using ESP if you are on 9.0, though you will have to access the browser to activate your PS4, but it has a lot more stability compared to using the PPPwn exploit. Now let us go ahead and address the requirements on how we can jailbreak our PS4 using the latest exploit. Since we often receive this question a lot on our comment section, do we need to reactivate the jailbreak every time we use our PS4? Yes, unfortunately, we have to do that. There are no existing PS4 exploit, whatever the version you are on, that provides permanent jailbreak. So you will have to reactivate your PS4 every time you turn off your PS4. The only solution that we have here is either use a rest mode so that you can keep the application suspended so the next time you use them, the jailbreak is still active. Or you can just simply use the automatic jailbreak by using some devices that provides automatic jailbreak. But with regards with the exploit itself, for now, there are no permanent jailbreak. When can we expect a permanent jailbreak? Well, that is one thing that we cannot answer. The only thing that we can do right now is patiently wait for the developers, and they are already doing the best that they can to provide us the best experience that we can have on this current jailbreak. Next is, what do we need to jailbreak our PS4? First, for the manual activation, we either need a PC or a laptop and a direct connection using a LAN cable. So we have to connect it directly using a LAN cable to be able to activate the jailbreak. And there are also some methods that can provide automatic jailbreak without the need of a computer, but you still need a computer for the initial setup. For the automatic jailbreak, we can either use a rooted router or a mini computer such as the Raspberry Pi or Orange Pi or the Lockfox Pico. We can also use a TV box, but what is the best method that we can use? Everything is basically the same. It will only rely on your preference, because imagine using a router or a TV box which occupies a lot of space along with your PS4. So I would rather use a small device such as an RPI or a Lockfox Pico, or you can just simply use the manual method, because personally I would still recommend using the manual method. But if you plan to use those automatic devices, I would still recommend to activate the jailbreak first using the manual method, because like what we have mentioned earlier, there are some PS4 models that are having some issues with the latest exploit. So if it happens that your PS4 is one of the models that can't take advantage of the exploit, unfortunately, with the current status of our jailbreak, you won't be able to activate your jailbreak if it's not compatible, regardless of the method that you use. So if you want to use an automatic device, you can go ahead and check it first to see if it will be activated using a manual method. And if it was activated, then you can go ahead and decide which method you want to use for the automatic jailbreak. But if I have an option to purchase, I would go ahead and purchase the Lockfox Pico, because it is the cheapest method, or it is the cheapest device that can provide us an automatic jailbreak. But like I have mentioned, you can always just settle down with the manual activation and just simply use a rest mode with the current status of the development, where we always get a lot of developments on a daily basis. This method can become irrelevant soon. You don't want to go ahead and spend a lot of cash just to use it for a few months. But personally, in my opinion, if there is an option, I would rather sell my PS4 and just get a PS4 that is on 9.0 rather than waste a few $100 to get a feature that is already available on lower version but more stable. Now let us go ahead and address the limitations for the jailbreak. So we have already mentioned that right now there is no permanent jailbreak, so we have to reactivate the jailbreak every time we use them. And the stability is not yet that stable. So you can expect a lot of kernel panic. So by the way, what is a kernel panic? A kernel panic is like an error that your PS4 encounters when it is trying to activate the jailbreak. So your PS4 can either restart, or can freeze, or can simply turn off when trying to activate the jailbreak. It is completely normal with the jailbreak. You don't have to panic. So thus it breaks our PS4. The only thing that will compromise if your PS4 gets a kernel panic a lot of time is your hard drive, because our PS4 has to go through a normal shutdown and you can't just simply turn it off without going through this process. And a kernel panic can just sometimes turn off your PS4, but the chances is very low. The question is it worth it? Yes, definitely it is. Since the chance is very low, but the return is very high. With a jailbroken PS4, first is you can preserve your CD, you can preserve your Blu-ray drive, and you can also use some applications that can save your PS4 from overheating. There are some applications like the manual fan control, where you can control the fan of your PS4. This can prevent your PS4 from getting too hot. And also, on a jailbroken PS4, you can use emulators, so you can actually take advantage or get the most of your PS4 if it is jailbroken. So the risk is very low, but in return, you can do a lot of stuff with your jailbroken PS4. On a jailbroken PS4, we can no longer go online. The only online game that we can play is Fortnite, because there is a private server available for Fortnite. Aside from that, no online games, no live updates, no PSN features, but you can still use your jailbroken PS4 to stream Netflix or YouTube or other streaming platforms. And the best thing that you can do on a jailbroken PS4 is that you won't be limited with games. But just a reminder, if we loved the game, even if we are on a jailbroken PS4, it will not stop us to buy the game itself. Because without the support for our developers, they won't be able to continue making games. Now let us go ahead and answer How about the PS4 that are on higher than 11.0? Say, for example, 11.02. So what can they do? So the very first option is we can either do a revert process. This is a process where we can go back to the last firmware that we have on our PS4. If you are on 11.02, if we do a revert once, we can go ahead and jailbreak our PS4. But if we are on 11.50, unfortunately, we can't have a sure shot of jailbreaking our PS4 with a revert. So I have already mentioned this earlier. If there is an option, I would simply go ahead and sell my PS4 and get a PS4 that is on a lower version. But if it's too much of a hassle, then you can just simply wait. You can turn off your update and wait until the next jailbreak. You can still play CDs, just be aware of the requirements of the CD, because every game requires a specific firmware version. Same goes for the jailbroken PS4. You can still use CDs. Just make sure that the game will not require a firmware that is higher than your current firmware. So can you still use PSN if you are on a jailbroken PS4? You can no longer log into the PSN. You can no longer play the games that is in your PSN account. If you have a PSN account logged in on your PS4 that is activated on your PS4, then you can still play the games on that PSN account without accessing the library, because games that is saved on a PSN account activated on your PS4 does not require you to go online. So you can still use those games saved on your PSN account, but then again, you cannot access the library. But if you are on 11.50, I would recommend to take advantage of that situation that you can still go online. If you have some PS4 games on your PSN account, you can go ahead and activate that PSN account on your PS4, log out your PSN account so you can keep your PS4 off the internet and still play those PSN games. This way, this will give you time to wait for the next jailbreak. So this will be it for now. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go ahead and share them on our comment section, and I will gladly address them. And again, my name is Ali. If you find this video helpful, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will definitely see you on our next video. Bye-bye.